No, I did not forget about this challenge despite it being the most stressful project I've worked on in the history of my channel. And because you guys have read the title or looked at the thumbnail, yes, I failed my challenge to reach Master Prestige with no kills in Black Ops 3. But it didn't happen in a way that you would expect though, and when I say it wasn't my fault, it genuinely wasn't, but that's getting ahead of myself though, so for those unfamiliar, let me explain how any of this was even possible to begin with. Oh, and if you still want me to finish this challenge despite technically failing it, then let's try and reach the highest like goal I've ever set on my channel of 3,500. And I'm setting it this high because, you know what, we're literally only halfway done with this challenge and you'll see why in a minute. But everyone usually knows that in Call of Duty, you need to gain experience points to level up by killing enemies, completing objectives, finishing games, things like that. In order to go from level 1 all the way up to level 35 in Prestige in Black Ops 3, you need to gain 1,375,000 experience points, and overall it will take you 15,125,000 XP to reach Master Prestige. And of all those normal things that I mentioned, I decided to do none of them because it would take an incredible amount of time to do if I can't actually kill anything, and unless you guys want me to finish this challenge after I've had a wife and kids, we need a better strategy. And what I found happened to be the most tedious thing imaginable, which is starting games of Shadows of Evil, shooting the Shadow Man 3 times until he turns it into round 15, and using the points that I'm given by him to open doors. Each of those doors awards me 250 XP, and with there being 14 doors on Shadows of Evil, that means that we're going to be getting 3,500 experience per game. Now that does seem really slow, and at first it actually was. In my initial video, it took me over 30 hours of gameplay in order to finish one prestige with the initial strategy that I was using. That's because I started out on the PlayStation 4 for this challenge, which meant I needed to start games, watch some of the intro cutscene, wait for the game to load, do everything that I need to do within the map, die to the zombies, and then watch the cutscene back to the main menu. Each game, including the cutscenes, would take me anywhere between 220 and 240 seconds each, and that is just way too much time. But luckily I did post that video because all of that just happened to be fucking unnecessary, because my comments told me that you can actually go and open your Black Ops 3 files, manually change your bindings, and skip all of the menuing by using fast restarts. Basically that lets me skip every single bit of the menuing, and it'll just restart me from the point that I am spawning into the map while keeping all of the XP from every game before that. And all of that was really a lifesaver because it brought down game times to about 130 to 150 seconds each, which is going to save me a lot of time over the course of the rest of this challenge. Me saving 90 seconds on average per game over the remaining 3,800 games I have to play will save me about 95 hours of game time. Safe to say it was worthwhile looking through the comments that day and uploading that video. But since then, I've been slowly grinding away at this challenge, and I know I started it over 3 months ago, close to 4 actually. And I was just going back to it whenever I would have some spare time, but this is where I should probably explain how I actually did fail. And well, this is going to be a short explanation because I'm not even sure how it happened, even though I have some theories. Right now on Black Ops 3, I somehow have 3 kills in my career stats, but the problem is that I've never killed a zombie during this challenge. When looking through all my weapons to see if any of them show me getting a kill, none of them appear. I also don't have any headshot kills or explosive kills, and on top of both of those, all of the actual zombies I would have even potentially killed are on round 15, so they wouldn't have died to a single accidental knife. That leads to only a few possible theories of what happened here. Either the flying bugs that sometimes spawn in on Shadows of Evil accidentally got knifed, which I still don't really think is possible because I'm not that stupid, nor did they really get that close to me with the route that I'm running. Or there's the other possibility of somehow when doing restarts, I've noticed that all of the bugs in the game explode, so they could have accidentally been counted as kills once in a while, when in reality I didn't actually do anything to them other than just hit the restart button. And I know this sounds a little bit excusey, but I do have actual science to back it up because I encountered a similar thing on Moon after reaching first prestige on PS4 and switching over to PC. I was playing with a friend on Moon, just trying to get through a few rounds, see if maybe we could change up the strategy, and the Moon cosmonaut actually grabbed me and my friend killed him while I was being held in his arms. But for whatever reason, the explosion that the cosmonaut creates counted as kills for me despite me not actually doing anything, so the possibility of Black Ops 3 accidentally rewarding me kills isn't out of the question, especially since I'm not dumb enough for me to accidentally kill a zombie on 3 separate occasions. I still don't know for sure though, so leave me your theories in the comments. But overall, it does suck because, hey, I mean, like, that's 3 kills that I have added to my record, and I really wanted a 0 kill Master Prestige. Especially since between PlayStation 4 and PC so far, and we're only about halfway done, which I'll explain in a second, is we played about over 4.5 days of game time. That's just doing restarts, that's not including menuing. But I guess there's not really much I can do now, is there? So what level am I at right now, and what do my stats actually look like after a bunch of prestiges? Well, before switching to PC, I was at first prestige level 10, and I think it's reasonable to want to add that XP to the total that we're bringing here. So adding that on top of our current 4th prestige level 15 on PC, we are at a combined about prestige 5 level 20, and that's actually more than halfway done considering we need to prestige 11 times, and I can knock off almost an entire prestige. That's because there's a way to get a one-time boost of 1 million XP from an in-game feature that some of you guys might remember, don't spoil it in the comments, but on top of that, I've also opened 29,000 doors if we add the PS4 stats, and 22,970 of them are on PC, which I do think makes me one of, if not the highest legit ranked player in the world for this leaderboard. I mean, it's not really much of a prestigious leaderboard to be at the top of doors opened, especially in the way that I'm doing it in such a no-life way, but that still doesn't take away from my sadness, because even though, you know, we're still probably gonna finish it if you guys get that like goal, I definitely will if you guys get there, it's still sad to not see the 0 kills on my record, and it really does suck. But we're not done yet, because there's a few other things that I do want to mention with this whole challenge, like why haven't I been live streaming it as proof of it being legit or not, because this could easily be faked. Well, I've actually tried to live stream some of me grinding away at this, but the problem is that there's an exploit where people can crash your Black Ops 3 remotely. As long as you're in the online servers, they can just keep doing it over and over again at will, and like I said, that happened to me, so I literally just could not get through anything, and I wasn't able to do any real grinding for this challenge on PC, at least not on live stream. So I tried to record a bunch of this whole thing. I have a ton of footage of me actually doing this, so it is real. If you want to go to my actual Steam profile on Black Ops 3, it is all real, all the games are there in theater mode. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can because I think this will still be the lowest kill Master Prestige in Call of Duty history, and I think that's kind of cool. But also, I'm considering having someone mod on my PS4 stats to my PC ones just to keep everything clean, because like I said, I had to explain my PS4 stats and the PC ones in this, and if I could just have them all in one place, it would be really nice. Would you guys be okay with that? Tell me in the comments if you've listened through, you know, all the way. Just tell me in your comments somewhere if you're okay with me adding on the PS4 stats. If not, I get it. I can just, you know, do another prestige on PC, but I'm just sort of wondering. I do want to thank you guys for 115,000 subs, though. It's the funny zombies number. I know. Oh, we love it around here. But anyway, now go watch this video about me trying to break world records in Black Ops 3 on the Xbox 360.